Hey guys, I'm Hackerman. Today I'm gonna show you how to hack common household objects back or forward in time. Let's get going. I'm gonna have to go into hardcore hacking mode. That's weird.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Great hackers!
What's happening?
Ones in the chat, everybody. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, or let's see the ones or the flames, whichever you got. Let's see it in the chat. Chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Great Hackers X proudly brings to you us. What's up? Let's
Yo.
see the ones. Where you
What
at?
up? What up?
You can see we got the Great Hackers fam here. You want to see where all
I love this Konami Contra music in the background. I just
Can you imagine? There's a video game. You got your little character just shooting left and right of the screen.
do you remember the old cheat code? What was it? Up, down, down.
Left, right.
Down,
Forgot the rest.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
Up,
That's
down,
the
up,
code.
down, left, right, PA start.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
How's everybody doing? Look, we are broadcasting on so many channels. We're broadcasting on Facebook, on the Great Hackers channel, on YouTube, both Twitch channels, both Great Hackers and my channel. Good to see all my regulars, Sal, most notably. Good to see you with us.
Yep.
And we are also on X. So everybody, we want to see them comments, but the ones we'll be glad to let people know that you're here, just like Bobby is, right? Is that no shortcuts? Look at that. One's from there. We got Longbind over here.
Alarm busy.
Yeah. We got everybody coming in. So let's see that. Let's see. Up, down, left, right. Left.
BA start.
BA start.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get all the lives.
Okay, that's the part I could not remember. I only used the code, I think, for like Super Nintendo. Just so you can get
I
that.
used it to turn on blood in Mortal Kombat on a Sega.
Oh, yeah. I just to get that winning, that family portrait, the end of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I remember.
Does
There's
anybody-
a level in Super Mario where I think it was in level 1-2 where you would swim and then you get caught between a brick and a pipe and it takes you to a secret world, like for like 1.2.1 or something. But yeah, oh man,
Oh,
cheat
man.
codes, cheat codes.
Yeah. Anybody remember the cheat code to beat Mike Tyson?
No.
I remember
that
Mike
one? I
Tyson,
don't-
but what
I don't
was
remember
the
that.
cheat?
I don't remember what the code was, but there was a special code that you had a special combination of punches to be able to beat Mike Tyson. I forgot what it was now.
Because it was so I wasn't privileged enough to have a Super NES to play Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I was really partial to the actual arcade, the
Mhm.
dual screen version, where you have to kind of time when the eyes turn yellow to throw the uppercut.
Yeah.
That-
I remember that.
That's right. Body blow. See, Long BZ remembers.
Body blows, yeah.
I just remember that wimp of a guy that you would have to
Glass
beat
Joe.
before
Glass
I forget who
Joe.
it was. But like every time you would hit him, like his boxers would fall down or something.
Yeah.
You'd always look really embarrassed, and he'd pull his boxers back up, and you'd give him an uppercut.
No, that was Bald Bull.
Okay.
Boxers would fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's glad to see you all with us. I'm not able to see how many people got us, but we've got a lot of people with us. I can see from all the channels. As you can see on the screen, this is our hackathon format. If you are one of our regulars, or if not, if you're one of our new folks, welcome in for the first time. We have 3 segments coming to you, and we'll throw some random stuff all in between. we like to do some ones and O's. So that means we're going to ask for your participation when we play a track. You can tell us ones if we should keep it and zeros if it really sucks, right?
Mm.
A little bit after that, we'll have some rhythm roulette. And of course, we'll have Travis with us from the Future DJ to give us an update on all the things coming around that we should be aware about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, let's throw it over to where am I pointing at? Aaron. Hey, I got to turn around. There's Aaron.
What's up? What's up? Give it up, radio. Give it up. Jim, we got up there in the corner. Stay on screen with me. We're just going to hack through the rest of the night. But clearly, we are here for a number of reasons. That, of course, to say hi to our Create Hacker family. One's in the chat. Practice the one. Grab the keyboard. Take the keyboard like this. Whatever keyboard. If you got maybe you got a phone.
Mhm.
Maybe you got a phone. It's the most interactive show on Twitch right now because all you need is a 1 or a 0 to play along with us. So flashes up on the screen for the crew on the screen, and we'll get some Q&A going. We'll get some music playing, and at the end of the day, the true project is to create a wedding crate. Now, what perfect timing too, because how many of us have kind of seen that relaxing period between the slow and busy season? Here we are now. Travis, weddings, many?
Yeah, well, we're starting. I had one in January, and that I really counted that as last year. But for weddings are back starting this Saturday, March 1st.
Okay, so how long of a break did you have?
It was about four weeks. You know, I had a couple things that I'm not really counting, but really about a 4-week break in weddings.
I'm willing to bet a lot of people on the screen, as well as the crew out there, are just getting ready because that wave's about to weddings. I mean, brides, grooms, requests. I'm more interested in trends. I'm more interested in hits. I'm more interested in tonight, as we are Crate Hackers, we're in search of the right song to play at the right time. Finding songs to either dust off or bring in. In other words, so a great example, how many of us all, Jem, you rely on like the top 200 from DJ Intelligence, DJ EP, DJ Event Planner, the yearly thing, right?
Yeah, I enjoy reading it at least and making sure that it's still in, that I have everything that's on the list. That's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, me too. I love that. And I feel like there's something that happens in January where that comes out. And then mid-season, we need to start thinking about maybe adding a couple more, I don't know, it's kind of a slow season for new ads. But maybe there's 5 or 10 songs we can add to that top 200. Or maybe there's some songs that we're dangling that we just sort of, maybe we can flesh that out. You know, maybe we can show you some ways of, I don't know, I'd like to get excited by adding some new songs, but also feel there's some slept on songs that we've forgotten about. And I think we could start with crateoftheweek.com. Okay? Everyone go to crateoftheweek.com. Download this crate for free. And you can follow along with us. Don't lose a tab. Don't exit out. Don't run away, because this crate is not complete. I repeat, this is not the end result. I need your help making this better. Let me share on the screen what I'm talking about. So here's our round of songs that we didn't really think about that maybe we want to consider. And I was just going through and thinking, boy, this song still slaps. Pitbull, Give Me Everything. It's #1 right now. And the way this works is we kind of broke down the formula. Formula is we're looking at 2024, moving into 2025, popular songs today. Danceability, let's crank it up to 60%. Let's get the mood high as well as the energy, both at 40%. That's the thought. And so with that, here's what we're left with. Here are the songs that are most streamed, most played, and this is the template for our Crate Hackathon. And start thinking about these ones and O's with me, chat, because in a second we're going to play this round, but I'm just going to kind of skim through real quick like. Now, crateoftheweek.com has this full list. But what I want to do tonight is sort of shuffle things around. I want to move songs out. I want to delete tracks tonight. I need your help with this. So crateoftheweek.com currently has what you're seeing on screen right now, but I still feel there's some songs I can get rid of. I still feel that we can hack this crate. So if you're down with me, let's play a round of ones and zeros. You ready? Let's go. Okay, once again, back on the screen, it is a wedding playlist. We have the most popular songs staring in front of us, and I'm just gonna go through and play a sample of a song. And as that song is playing, we're gonna sort of talk over it. We're gonna narrate our thoughts. I wanna get everyone's views. If you can't be on the screen with us, you can at least interact with a 1 or a 0. So let's test it out. I'm gonna play Pitbull's Give Me Everything. Number 1 song. Ones or zeros? Ones or zeros? Everyone knows the song. Everyone loves the song. Or do they? You tell me on the screen. Would you play this? Yes or no? We got, let's see here. 1. Yeah. All right. Long Beezy. Sick Miller's got a half. 1. All right.
That new math.
Travis, number 1 song. You play that at every wedding? You getting tired of it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that one goes. That one still slaps. I still play that one at most of my weddings for sure.
All right. See, now you're catching on. Ones and zeros. Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Now, we'll talk more about the wedding reception in a second, but I'm just getting you familiar with ones and zeros. Hold on.
Okay, live your life with arms wide open.
Ones and zeros.
Where your boots begin, the rain on your skin.
Still popular on TikTok. I see it trending on Spotify. Still getting a ton of streams. 100 BPM. Got a lot of energy to it. Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten. What do we say? Hit or miss? Hit or miss? Huh. All right. So what is this? What are we looking at here? Well, I want to get people on a dance floor for weddings in general. And what we've done here is we've gone in and really done some serious hacking. I want to introduce you to a behind-the-scenes piece of software that allows us to get this done, and that is through the Crate Hackers app. You can go through tools such as the Spotify import. You can bring in song requests, and you can also use the DJ event planner, which to me is one of the most valuable tools that I don't know if many multi-ops are out there, many radio fans are out there, but or many multi-op owners are out there, but we've got tools that allow you to bring all of your CRMs and your event planning into our software. So these are things to consider. Now, why are these important? Because, well, it helps bring together the trending charts. Under trending charts, if you move to the wedding section, we have the reception dance, narrowed in on the songs that get people moving. So bypass everything from cocktail, bypass the processional, the last song of the night, and again, more importantly, bypass the fact that we are here to please our brides and grooms. I get that, and we've talked about this a lot, it does depend on what the bride and groom want. I'm not going to go in all guns blazing saying, hey, this is what Crate Hackers told me to play. This is subjective, 1,000,000% subjective. However, these are tools I believe we could use in our consultations. Hey, I know for a fact that DJs across the world are playing Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. Or are they? Let's test it. Ones and zeros, the hackathons that really get the juices flowing. So we're looking at a screen of reception hits, songs that make people want to dance after they had their cake, after they had their first dance, once the bride and groom are inviting the bridesmaids and groomsmen to the floor. These are the most requested songs across the USA. Number 4 tonight, Capital Cities, Safe and Sound. Zero. We got a couple zeros in from Gilberto and DJ Life 856. Any reason why you think we might get a 0? Jim, would you be playing that at a wedding?
Probably not. Not unless it was requested.
I'll fight you for it. I love it.
I like the song. It's one of those ones that I never think about playing it. I would say it is one of those tracks that doesn't pop in my mind when I'm thinking. Now maybe early on in the night, or like maybe even during a cocktail hour, but probably not on reception floor.
I'm thinking hipster wedding. The groom's got like that flat billed fisherman's hat with the mustache and pretends like he loves yacht rock when he really doesn't. But this would be like I'd be playing that. All right, let's move on. One more. DJ Got Us Falling in Love by Usher and Pitbull. Bump it or dump it. Ones or zeros. Yeah, everyone's still smashing it. Still smashing it. Do a couple more. Okay. By the way, I'm Aaron. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'd love to see where you're from. Drop in your pause for a second on the ones and zeros. What's your area code? Where are you from? Hey, Peggylicious, how are you?
Peggylicious.
What's up? Let's see. I'm in the 615. We love country music here, and this is like still one of the most played songs on Broadway. What do you think?
She don't need a dance floor. Oh my good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
I'd give that a 1. Jim, Travis, Radio, Shabuzi.
That's a 1 for sure.
Like that one.
Still playing that one a lot.
Still a bop.
Still a bop. Radio?
0.5 for me. 0.5 for me.
Radio, you're from Vegas. That's not really a... Is Vegas feeling country music?
Yeah, if they go back to the Bay, we want to hear the original Tipsy.
Jaquan? I love it. All right, let's do 2 more. Calvin Harris, Feels So Close. 1-0. What do you say? 1, 0, 0. Okay. I'm gonna say we're getting a smattering of zeros, more so than they're kind of all over the screen right now.
If I had to choose a Calvin Harris song, I'd probably be going for We Found Love over Feel So Close.
I've always found that song, this particular song, grating on the ears. I don't know what it...
Yeah.
Especially on the side of the head with every beat, you know.
So yeah, I agree. Feels, I would go maybe the one with Dua Lipa. All due respect to Calvin. Love you, buddy. Pitbull, time of our lives.
Hey, let's get it now.
Yes.
1-0. Anybody notice a little trend? Anybody notice a trend?
Pitbull stays.
What's that?
Pitbull stays.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. 2 songs. No, it's 1, 2. 3 songs from Pitbull. Amazing. Okay, well, the audience has spoken. Okay, so you know a little bit of something about me, but I want to introduce you to somebody special on the show for the first time on our hackathon. Everyone, please welcome Travis with your Future DJ podcast. Travis Bizzle, behind the scenes working with us. How are you, my friend?
Doing well, brother. Thanks for having me. Loving it.
Every week you publish the Future DJ newsletter, and it's free. Everybody can join in, and I love it because it's really niched down. It is all about people who love technology, music, DJing, AI, VR, goggles, metaverse, everything you could throw, anything that has like Best Buy written all over it. We should get sponsored by Best Buy.
Seriously. Cut the check, Best Buy.
Tell me, what's your focus every time you put pen to pad? What is the Future DJ newsletter to you?
It is kind of like what you're describing, just all encompassing anything digital, media, electronic, Best Buy, Apple Store. And then also we like to, see what's coming next in terms of social media too. So we try to dig into some social media tips and aspects and what the algorithms are looking like on that end. But what's Spotify up to? What's TikTok? What's happening over there? Everything that DJs and music enthusiasts that are passionate about advancements in technology would be interested in.
I've noticed that there's something about this particular newsletter that I don't know, call me biased. It is part of the Crate Hackers family, but even if I was stepping aside from it, and I did love the art of music with tech, this would be something that I'd want to click on every day. Give somebody else a reason why they should check you out every Tuesday when you drop this.
Really, a good reason is because you can clean out your inbox. You don't have to subscribe to the 20, 30 different newsletters out there that gives you all little bits, and that you can get all in one place. So
all right,
I do all the work for you. I find out what's going on out there in the world of techno advancements, and I put it in one newsletter for you, written in our language and in our ear of what we're looking to, the point we're trying to get across.
Let's talk about a few of the things that interest DJs across the planet, and that is something I've been seeing all over. This robot DJ thinks he could rock a crowd. San Francisco just introduced Phantom, a humanoid robot DJ that made his club debut at Temple nightclub, making a step forward in AI and music tech. This robot did a 30-minute set in front of an audience. Tell me more about what you learned.
Well, I learned that it wasn't created for this purpose. It was actually a robot. They're creating it for like military things, and then they programmed it and tried it out and say, hey, let's see what would happen. Basically, is what they said. Let's see what will happen if we program it to rock a party at this club. And then
they pulled it behind the curtain. They said, hey, tonight don't kill anybody, just play the bangers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It felt like an Avengers movie,
Any idea on what the audience thought?
They seemed to, everybody, it was kind of a thing where it seemed like everyone was just so enamored by it and like in awe of what they were watching. The music was good. Also, I learned that the music was obviously pre-programmed, but the music was good. So everybody's like having a good time. And at the same time, like, what's happening here? They got their phones out, they're recording it. I saw a lot of bad footage on people's cell phones while they're recording it happening. And they're just like, oh my goodness, this robot's killing the set right now.
I wonder, and I think to myself, we've been to the Sphere by now. You've been to the Sphere Radio. You've experienced what it's like to be in the same room as robots, haven't you? You been there yet?
When you put it that way, not like that, but yes, I have been. And I have been to Temple as well. So I've been to that club. I think I've done one. I probably did one gig there myself back in the 90s. So
in our lifetime, will this become commonplace? Do you believe that we're going to walk into a nightclub and see a robot?
I think think you put there in Travis, you mentioned it's basically you have like an avatar on a playlist.
That's what this was in the first iteration of it. Yes, that's definitely what it was.
So I'll leave it at that.
I feel like it's more of a live rendition of like a Spotify playlist. At this point, it's really just it's the the new neat thing where it's just like, oh, a robot is going through the motions of this. But yeah, I think it's not about the music. If you're going to watch a robot DJ perform, you probably don't care what they're playing, and you probably won't for several more years if it becomes such a popular thing.
Right.
I don't know, Brads and Grooms, they're looking for that thing to one up the one they went to last week. They're looking for that wow factor. Could we be replaced by?
I mean,
I think about
it. Last week there were 3, if not 4, robot photo booths.
Robot photo booths. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Interesting.
so they look like Irona rolling around.
Yeah.
Holding up the photo booth, or going up to you, seeing if you want to take a photo.
I've seen it. Seen it. It kind of looks like the housekeeper on the Jetsons.
There you go.
Wait, this?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
It was there.
But it's okay. I'm answering. I'm prophesizing here. I'm clearly prophesizing. But I was about to say, is this gonna become commonplace? It is becoming commonplace.
It's there. Yeah.
15
And it looks like
grand.
that one does prints as well. Is it printing
Yeah.
out the photo? Sweet.
Do prints. It's its own Wi-Fi hotspot, if I'm not
Can
mistaken.
you see drunk Uncle Larry trying to figure this out?
Drunk Uncle Larry dancing with it.
Yeah, trying to buy it a drink.
All these photos of his torso all over the place.
Yeah. But Aaron, when you mentioned, like, when you're talking about, gimmicks, like at weddings and stuff, how brides would want to one up the previous wedding they went to, I automatically think about, we see the people in the big giant robot costumes that come to weddings and entertain the crowd. This was kind of be another version of that. Like, let's have a robot get on the ones and twos for a set. It's gonna happen.
I'm ready. I embrace it. Give it to me. I'm one of the first people. Mark my words. I'm gonna take out a loan. They're saying $30,000, isn't it? They say that on the broadcast, Elon was rolling out those Tesla bots, and he said 30,000. But let's be real. Maybe when they finally come out, they'll be 60. Man, save your money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that robot. I'm gonna get that robot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him DJ for me, but I'm gonna get him to do some things. I'm gonna fold my laundry, cook for me.
Yeah.
Radio, what would you have him do for you? What would your robot do for you?
Well, wash the car, walk the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a robot?
I mean, yeah. I mean, who else doesn't want to be the introvert to have everything just done, right? If you don't have to stay, if you don't have to go out, have it do all the outdoor chores. I'd have the robot do that. All the stuff you don't want to do.
All the
Exactly.
stuff you don't want to do.
All the stuff I don't want to do. The robot will be outside cutting the grass.
I thought about getting a lawn mowing Roomba bot, one of those things. That would be great.
Cleaning the garage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pulling the weeds.
It's gonna happen in our lifetime, I promise. Get back to some crate hacking here. It's a wedding crate curation. Check in on our crate. You can download the progress right now over at cratehackathon.com. 15 grand, I might save up for that one. Man, that's a nice robot. Here we go. Number 8. Let's go with divisive. Number 11. Let's play a sample. Justin, sexy back.
Go ahead, be gone with it. Go ahead, child. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be.
Ones, zeros. Our brides, grooms requesting that. Is that still hitting? When you play that song, does it resonate with your audience? I'll be honest. I'm going with more of the lower tempo, Justin, during my sets. I still love Suit and Tie during cocktail hour. Jim, if there was a Justin song, what would it be for you at a wedding?
My last wedding, I had 2 Justin songs. One of them was "Can't Stop the Feeling," and the other one was "Rock Your Body."
Yes.
Sure enough, it comes in at number 10 on the chart. Rock Your Body.
Yep, those are the Justin songs I'm picking over "Sexy Back" now.
Yeah.
Even though I still really like the feel of "Sexy Back." I like how it mixes into a lot, but I do think "Sexy Back" that's one that needs to move to the light rotations. It'll be in the background for a little while before it comes back.
I feel like "Can't Stop Believing" was designed for wedding receptions. That was the perfect song. That it just felt light and bright. It had that Trolls song, soundtrack to back up how family friendly it was. But man, if that one got overplayed, it's like we need to give that one a cool off and bring it back like Earth, Wind, and Fire September 20 years later. I think Justin just needs a cool down period. As much as I want to respect my Tennessee boy, he's kind of been chewed up and spit out of the media circus lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And if I can make a suggestion on that, like you said, that "Sexy Back" is kind of getting its way out. But when you're looking for something in that same feeling, I did a couple weddings late last year, and both times I played Timbaland "The Way I Are," and they went really, really hard on those. And it's one of those I forgot about, but it's in that same feeling as "Sexy Back," but just with a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah. I mean, that one just still cranks today. Popularity metric of 79. Wow. Dope. What's some good songs to mix out of that? You can get Nelly Furtado. So this is good. This is a good pocket to look at for weddings, especially because I feel like we are stuck between 128 land and 95. I mean, look at some of the options here in 110, 120 that we need to have.
Right.
Give It To Me at 111. Say It Right. A lot of Timberland beats. Some Akon. These are all recommendations that would mix well out of this track. But anyway, I think we need to just allow Justin to wrap up his tour. Maybe write a memoir. We'll come back to him and we'll check in later. Man. Okay, play a few more. And I'll do a Q&A shortly. Talk to my crate hackers and send you off with a really nice crate at the end. Chris Brown, Forever. That song, whoa, zero, Long Beezy with a 0. Wow, was it about the Office? What was it? The Office episode where they walk down the aisle to it. I mean, it just is synonymous. Is it that it's too old? Is it Chris Brown? Is it the controversy? What is it?
DJ Long Beezy says it right there. Rihanna forgave him, right? So does that mean it's okay to play it? But that's kind of where it's at with that. But I do play it a lot. I play it a lot still. Think
about all the artists we cannot play any longer. I mean, it is just like we were talking the other night about is it okay to play R. Kelly now that Kanye? I mean, there's just like each one is one-upping each other, it feels like, to the point where the other one is a lesser evil, so we can get away with playing it. Talk to your bride and grooms. I mean, what are their thoughts about these divisive artists? And
I mean, so I had a wedding that I had first met with the couple like a year prior, and then the wedding was in October 2024. And one of the songs that when we were talking about that I had put on their playlist for them, I said, hey, I don't think I'm going to play Kesha on this one because of the first line about P. Diddy. I just think we're going to skip that one. And they're like, ooh, good call. Yeah. So I was just like, it was okay when I was building the playlist earlier this year, but it's not okay anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to do TikTok. Kesha TikTok kind of got blacklisted, unfortunately.
Let's lighten up the mood a little bit. Flo Rida, Wild Ones. Fran, how are you? Yeah. Brian, how are you? Thank you for joining us on Twitch. 0. Wait, tons of zeros coming in. What's up?
I never think about that song.
Not at a wedding. Yeah, I don't think about it at a wedding. I love the song, but
okay. Specifically for a wedding is not. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played it at a wedding either, to be honest.
I don't know if I have. I was just checking my playlist here, and I don't see where it hits many of my wedding builds.
Okay. All right. Well, shots fired. Gone. Hey. All right. Let's talk about Beyonce.
Yes.
100 zeros. Oh boy. We got a 1 from Tyrone. We got a 1 from DJ Eargasm.
Just to watch the dance.
Just to watch the dance. Yeah. Okay, am I picking the right one though? I mean, is it Crazy in Love, or are we still rocking Love on Top? Sexy Ladies? Discuss.
It's still Crazy in Love for me. For my weddings, it's Crazy in Love for sure. And Love on Top, I'll do one of those sing-alongs where I just want to keep on going with it. But it's dance time, it's Sexy in Love for sure.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Let's
jump back into the
comments are going fast.
I know, right? This is good.
I see my man Jerry up there. Jerry's watching. What up, Midas? It's my co-host.
Let's switch gears really quick, and I think yeah, ones and zeros should pretty much complete the crate, but I want to put one more polish on it and get your inputs on what to mix next. We'll play a round of Russian roulette following this little check-in from your future DJ podcast. Travis, which one do you want to pick? Any particular article that's just resonating with you tonight? What would you like to discuss?
What are my options again? I don't have it pulled up right in front of me. Let's see. Where are we this week? Show me. Oh yeah. I probably choose more than one, but I like that DJ Studio update.
Ooh,
I liked it. I actually tried it out today, and I like that update.
hey, Jim, get some DJ Studio videos from YouTube queued up. Let's go ahead and get that on the screen and talk about DJ Studio a little bit because, man, if there's ever been a product that's been coming out of the woodwork and all of my create hackers are like, let's try something new and different. This is one fun piece of gear. Travis, have you had your hands on this at all?
Well, I have it. I purchased it, last year at some point, early last year. And, I played around with it a little bit, but I kind of kept it on that to-do list of when I get to the off season, I was really going to get into it. And it just so happened, when I did it last year, I found that the creating mashup portion of the software, it was a little bit more to do than I had time to play with at that time, because it was really focused on transition, on edits, on making mixes and transitioning between one track to the other. But if I wanted to make a mashup, it was going to take a little bit more work. So just so happens this morning, I had a bride and groom remind me that they wanted me to do a mashup for them for their it was for the mother-son dance, and they wanted to mash up You'll Be in My Heart, Phil Collins, but they wanted the portion where Glenn Close from the movie Tarzan is singing in the beginning, but they still wanted the music behind it with Phil Collins fading in. So I remembered I got the email from DJ Studio that they just did the 3.1 upgrade, makes mashup so much easier now when you're actually just doing a single song mashup. I logged on there this morning. I had this thing done within 10 minutes. Perfect. This mashup. And it was my first time looking at it. And I was done, sent it to the bride. She loved it. I said, I've got to write about it.
You got a simplified interface now. It's ditched the traditional decks. Mashup mode gives you this kind of master track lane with sample lanes, making it easier to overlay the vocals, the instrumentals, and the effects without the clutter. Have you had a chance to play around with any of the automatic tempo matching or like the AI stuff and beat grading? Oof.
Yes, it does all that, and it's so cool. Just hit the one button to drop the vocals out, drop the drums out. I loved it. Love it.
New effects. They got this phaser, this gator, the alarm. I think I was a big proponent of DAWs, and I always felt that Ableton did its thing, and I always felt that it was geared towards musicians or producers, but there was always this lane where a DAW meets a DJ, and a DJ tells it, I wanted to kind of do this, but let's leave the turntables behind for a little bit. I know for a fact DJ Ragoza, one of our editors and dangerous DJs, he will make his mix for Topgolf while on a plane to his next event, right there on the spot.
He used to take like hours, like almost the whole day, if not longer, to make that 4-hour Topgolf mix, which now he can just do in like a handful of hours. So it saved him a ton of time in getting his sets made up for distribution.
Yeah. Somebody say that it may lower the barrier to entry, and that's arguable in many fashions, but I think it gives you a chance to really flex what is in your head. You ever have that thing in your head where you're like, oh, that would sound good, but you don't want to break out all the gear. You don't want to set up your speakers. You just want to see if it sounds good. Well, now you finally have this flexibility. And you say the new mashup mode 3.1 is the real deal?
It's the real deal. I loved it. And again, as what I consider myself to be a novice, because I hadn't really played with the software at all, since I first purchased it last year. And I pretty much went into it blind. I watched the tutorial video of the new version 3.1, and then I was live, and it came out perfectly.
Hmm. Well, I'm not exactly. Let's see if I got any sales, any promo codes I can give you. I believe there might be. Okay, 63% off sale. So here's one of the things I'm going to recommend to all hackers. I don't make a commission off this at all. There's no affiliate link at all, but I'm going to tell you now that for the price that you're getting this for, and I think it's something like $200.
So worth it.
Right? I mean, lifetime?
Go for the ultimate. Go for the ultimate.
If anyone watching this who has not tried DJ.studio and you think you might like this, that is not a recurring fee. That is one time you own it, which that makes me buy this product more because I am sick of subscriptions. So the fact that it's a one-time fee and they've pushed out so many upgrades in the past 6 months, like that is insane. So $200, you have it, you own it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, all right. So there you go. DJ Studio mashup mode. And I would recommend downloading and just check their updates because 3.1 just arrived this week. And it seems like every day a new update arrives. And Travis will be there to help you stay ahead.
Absolutely. Definitely. Pro stems is definitely a no-brainer right there.
Yeah.
If you're not using any third-party VSTs or any effects, you don't need to upload. You'll be fine with Prone stems.
Yeah.
If you are a crate hacker, there should be a promo code. You just have to, I believe it still works, but you have to go to the website and search for promo codes. I think it still worked last I checked.
All right. I think I have it somewhere. I'll dig that up. Cool. Future DJ podcast. Let's get back to some more hacks. All right. Hey, what do you think? Y'all enjoying this so far? Is this the move? You loving this interaction? Are we getting enough ones and zeros? Are we getting people talking?
Yeah, absolutely. I see a lot going on in the chats, man.
Fun. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. I just want to quickly refresh all DJs tonight. Set you up not only with crateoftheweek.com, an instant download if you want a PDF. I'm going to give that to you right now. Spam the link really quick for me, crateoftheweek.com. They can have this PDF sent to them now, and that's only half the battle. If you really want to tighten up your crates, I'm going to give you 7 days to grab all of these wedding crates. And let's have some fun with this one. In fact, Gem, pick which trending chart we should look at in weddings. The ceremony prelude, processional, recessional. You see how it's kind of broken down through a full wedding?
Oof.
Any curious clicks?
For a full wedding, let's see. Let me think here. Oh, grand intro. I play the same song for grand intro like every time, so I would be interested in the grand.
What is your grand intro? What song you normally do?
My favorite is it's called, I'm gonna blank on the name now. The Adventure by Angels and Airwaves.
Unique. I like that. I'm wondering if that's going to make the chart.
And the reason I like it is because it has a huge instrumental that's really easily loopable, that slowly builds, and you can talk over it. So as you're introducing people, it just has this nice, slow build.
Granted, they haven't chosen their own introduction song,
right?
But that would be your fallback if they didn't give you one.
Yep, it's always my fallback.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's crack it open. This is our trending crate. Now, remind you once again, our crate formula is 60% popularity, danceability. I actually took that down a metric or two for certain things in wedding crates. So, for example, like not everything has to be danceable in cocktail, but I did use a formula to figure out the most popular songs. And any guesses before I click? What would be the #1 most requested grand introduction song at weddings? Any guesses?
T.I. Bring 'Em Out.
Yeah, that could be a good one. I'm gonna say, God, I'm drawing a blank. Radio?
I have to concur with Travis right there.
Yeah, one of my wedding in October that I did, which was like just great. They chose "Came Here for Love" by Sigala, and I loved that for an entrance song. I was just like,
good
oh
song.
yeah, that
I'm gonna
was
say
that
signed,
was
seal,
good.
delivered. Signed, seal, delivered. Maybe. Okay, let's find out. Number one song right now.
Oh yeah,
Gotta be kidding. Now
that's
this is
true.
okay. This is controversial because this is the most streamed song, and yet it's the most requested grand entrance song. Die with a Smile.
I would have never thought of that.
That's true. I just saw that the other week. That yeah, that
Okay, I can see it. Birds of a Feather. Good choice. Good choice. Number two. And never heard this one. End of the Beginning by Dejo.
Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me. I was in it.
Pretty. Number four, Bruno Mars. That's What I Like. Frank Ocean. Number five, Pink and White.
Linkin Park, yeah.
In the End by Linkin Park. Shut up.
The Jay-Z version, the Jay-Z mashup version.
Yeah.
I mean, last wedding I had, last two weddings actually, the bride and groom got some unique song, like from an indie artist, a local indie artist. So I can't.
So that's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell the bride and groom, I'm like, listen, whatever song was playing in the background at your first date, whatever song you sing along to on your first road trip, what's that song that stirs up that memory? That should be the soundtrack. Don't go with this copy paste, what Cosmopolitan recommends or what your friends on TikTok were sharing. Go with what tells your story. All the Stars.
That's a good one.
I think so too. Coldplay.
Viva La Vida is still there.
Yeah. You notice how Bruno's kind of slipping? All due respect to number one song with him here. Like last year, don't quote me, but I believe Uptown Funk took a huge tumble in the top 200. Like it was number one above Whitney Houston. And now it's like number 15 in the top 200 and one of the most do not played songs with Brides and Grooms. Uptown Funk in particular.
Yeah, I've had a couple say no Bruno.
No Bruno.
I have to.
They don't want
I have
Bruno.
to. Worn out.
Yep.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet at a wedding. Go.
No.
Fat, Juicy, and Wedding at a unedited version. Go. What?
No.
I mean, you know, it.
WAP at a wedding. No. Same thing.
You know,
It's
I
a very
envy
touching
sometimes
song with a strong message behind it. That's why
you got to consider some things, though. Okay. The ones that are getting married are 20 to 20, 21 to 28. Give it that take. That is our age group of most, is it Gen Z? 20, 28, give or take. That's the demographic we're talking about. And a lot of the brides are requesting a ratchet hour. They're just asking for like they're twerk. They want to let loose. They're waiting for that. They're waiting for grandma to grab her coat and go, and then they give the signal to the DJ. I mean,
Yeah. Turn it
Fat,
up.
Juicy, and Wet. Fat, Juicy, and Wet once grandma leaves, right?
Yeah. or the guy that comes up and asks you for it because he knows what's going to happen when you play it with the girls. So the guy asks for it. I'm not playing it then.
What song has ever gotten you in trouble the most?
Wow.
At a wedding.
Wow.
What did you played it? You made a mistake, or you played the wrong song. What was that one song that you're like, oh shit, screwed up?
I played a clean version, as clean as it can get, like a squeaky clean version of Cardi B and Megan's WAP. And it was just, I didn't listen to it before. I just knew it said it was squeaky clean, but it was just there was no reason to even do it. It was like every other syllable was like, paused out, and there was just no point.
Remember in the early days when you had WAP and you thought you knew all the bad words, so you'd like try and cut them out, like manually. You just couldn't keep up. It was like up, down, down, left, right, PA.
Yeah. Yeah, that one too.
Man, all right. Let's keep going here. This is fun. Let's bounce into some other reception or wedding trending charts here. Grand introduction. I'm curious what's being streamed for Cocktail. Wedding Cocktail, Birds of a Feather, number 1.
Yeah.
Dark Red by Steve Lacy. I don't think I've heard this one.
Man, don't you give me up. Please don't give up.
Vibe to it.
I belong with you. Don't leave.
Definite background sound. I love that. Ooh, that's a vibe. Number 2, Steve Lacy, Dark Red.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold up. Cocktail. Number 3, Bruno, still up in there. Miguel, Sure Thing. I love this still.
Heat Waves.
Heat Waves. I like Heat Waves.
Pumped Up Kicks has really depressing lyrics. Anybody notice?
Yeah, I always thought that. When people would ask me for it back in my bar days, I'm like, why do you want to hear this song? That's really depressing.
Big with the college crowd for a while.
Yeah.
At a wedding. Okay, Chris Stapleton. Oh, baby. You never go wrong with some Chris, especially at a wedding. Adore You.
Adore You. Good one.
What's up, Nova? How you doing, Austin? Adore You. Sunflower by Post Malone. Again, we're talking cocktail right now. This is just cocktail.
Yeah.
But 90 BPM. Coldplay. Ooh, yeah. I still love this one.
Yeah.
This is a tight cocktail chart. This is really good. I like this. Save that to my crates and get that later. Listen, if you want this, grab it for 7 days. Spam the link. There's a 7-day free code I'll give you so you can have it. Let's see here. There we go. Head over to this website right here, createhackers.com, and I'll give you 7 days. You can grab all these and go. But do one more final round of 1s and 0s in just a few short minutes. But then we'll do our final Future DJ broadcast. Travis was asking, hey man, how long do these hackathons normally go for? And I was like, oh man, just, make sure you have the kid tucked in 8 hours. His eyes got really big.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
I said, no, we'll get you out of here in about an hour, and we're timing out perfectly. But let's hit this before we wrap up the broadcast.
Sure.
True price of digital DJing. Travis, what's the story on this?
Yeah, shout out to Digital DJ Tips on this one. This is where I got the idea for this piece, just to kind of rewrite it in our own feeling for a future DJ, of course. But it kind of shows you what you're looking at cost wise, whether you're going to be DJing at home with your laptop, or if you're going to do a standalone setup, or if you're doing a big grand setup. They break into prices of different controllers, different levels of controllers, but then also keeping in mind subscriptions. Just like you were talking about with DJ Studio, we kind of get all these subscriptions monthly, and it breaks down the average of each tier of, what you plan on doing, of what you should be looking, what you're probably going to be looking to spend if you're just starting out, getting into the DJ business, and you want to invest in some equipment. It kind of gives you a good guide of what you're looking for investment wise to get started, and what it's going to cost to maintain it going forward.
Radio, you're kind of in between gigs at the moment. What's your honest expense per month as a digital DJ?
It's my pool subs.
Pool subs. Would you consider maybe YouTube, Spotify, any of those subscriptions?
I mean, naturally, I do subscribe to YouTube Premium because, it is a source.
Right.
You can't get around ripping something you just can't find if you're in a pinch. But so that is added. I do have that written off as one of my expenses as a DJ, is having that, and it's pretty much anything music related, but definitely YouTube is one.
Well, you've always preached on the Dangerous DJs podcast that the professional DJs should be bouncing between 1, 2, 3 record pools at a time. So let's do the math. Right. That's $90 a month, give or take. And then you got YouTube and Spotify.
Yes.
How we're not living out of our cars by now. Well, it's blowing my mind.
You gotta hustle. You keep that up.
You gotta hustle. I mean, you gotta almost think okay, for the 20 minutes that I'm DJing, I'm paying for direct music service.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got and go annual if you can. You can save at least 2 months worth of expenses if you go annuals with some of these services too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I've started to do in the last year. I've been converting everything to annual or lifetime if there's an option for that, because I'm just that little 12, 15, 18, $20 every month over and over and over again. This is like makes my eyes spin when I'm looking at the ledger.
And then also what I do to try and keep some of those expenses, I've reduced a couple of my pools to a couple of my favorite local editors, and they have their own like Bandcamp.
Yeah.
And so they do enough edits that it can actually replace. Like, shout out to my local DJs like DJ Ajax over in the Bay. We got Jason D. People know Jason D. He broadcasts nationally, and they have like $25 subscriptions on Bandcamp, and you can get their edits. Club Bangers is one I think that he owns. So yeah, definitely look for alternatives. But yeah, it really your monthly or your annual subscription. Those might
Buying tracks individually or subscribing to streaming services adds an average of $300 to $600 a year to a DJ's budget, and that's thinking nominally. We're talking small fries. I mean, that's wow. Okay, and then you're talking. Let's say Scooter's got his Patreon. You've got this DJ over there's got their Patreon.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, next thing you know, I would venture you, I would challenge everybody to, I know I sound like a commercial tonight, but like get that Rocket Money app. Anybody use the Rocket Money app? Anybody ever do that?
I switched to Copilot actually.
I should actually get an affiliate code for Rocket Money.
I have Copilot as well.
Is that what does Copilot do? Does that help you manage your finances?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's more visually representative. If you're like in between Rocket Money and YNAB, Copilot is a great compromise.
So when you first cracked open whatever it was to figure out your finances, what was the biggest thing that surprised you the most? I mean, were there any old ass subscriptions you totally forgot about? I mean, there were so many for me. I swear, I was like, oh man, this password I was sharing for my ex that I had broken up with like 4 years ago, I'm still paying for her Netflix password. What?
Oh no.
Yeah, there was a nightclub in Nashville, and they're still using my like music video subscriptions that I forgot that I was paying for. I kid you not. It was like, and they called me back. You never know what's out there until you get those callbacks. It's kind of like Elon and Doge. You just sort of have to cut the funnel off. Like stop spending, and then they'll start calling you. Hey man, we could sure use this. Oh yeah, you need my money. All right.
Yep.
So, just go in there, Rocket Money the hell out of your finances, because it's almost look at this price. I paid rent. That was my rent in college. That was my rent in college.
Just music subscriptions. Yep.
Just music subscriptions.
Let alone your software subscription.
Right.
Granted, I was making $35 at the local club that night back in the 80s, but I mean, still, that's my point. Hey, any final thoughts, DJs?
Excuse my dog just now. She's been in here the whole time. She was snoring really loud, and now she's barking because she hear everybody's home.
It's an expensive profession. Well, I hope you had a good time tonight. And this replay will be available on practically all the channels. We will at some point narrow in on what channel works best for us. But if you are seeing us on X or Twitch or YouTube, drop a comment. Let us know where we're hitting the most, what you learned, favorite songs. I do want to go quick roundtable. Thoughts on wedding receptions? Any tips you got for DJs? 20 seconds radio. Final thoughts.
Ooh. Again, I would definitely try to you alluded to that earlier. Try to get something that the couple had enjoyed back in college, or even if they're high school sweethearts, get that one song in the background that could make that moment. I had a couple actually get back to me. Believe it or not, they wanted me to do new wave for the bar for the cocktail hour, and the song that struck them because they were seeing each other back John Hughes days was that end song for 16 Candles.
Ooh.
So Sig Miller and Long Beach, we were talking about this, and it just reminded me, if you were here, Thompson Twins, made the night for them.
Oh yeah.
minus the exchange of the returning of panties, but it was it got to them.
Jim,
Anything
any reception DJs out there?
Oh man, I would say just keep your head on a swivel at all times and know what's going on. That's probably the biggest. And that's a very non-musical advice thing, but it's very easy to just sit in the corner and look down. And when I'm doing a reception, I don't stop moving. I am walking around, getting dinner, watching everything, seeing how people interact, saying hi to people. I never sit down. I'm always walking. And also dance.
The DJs you dance?
Don't trust a DJ that does not dance behind the turntable.
Ooh. Yeah, that's true.
So true.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see me dance though. Travis.
Yeah, I like that, and I want to piggyback on the end of that one too, because as you're talking about paying attention to everybody, live mix your dinner. Don't sit down and eat. Do a live mix during dinner, because you'll get a good idea of what's happening in the room, and people starting to bop their heads while they're eating and they're mingling around, and you kind of get them primed up a little bit, when it's time for the dancing section. And then the second tip I have is what I've noticed lately. Back in the days, we used to start with like the Motowns and start with like the older stuff and work our way up. Now you can start with the slaps. You can start right from the beginning of dinner, right? Go right to Usher, go right to Flo Rida, go right to Pitbull. And then,
three times, in fact. You play at least 3 times Pitbull.
Yeah, you go Pitbull 3 times, but you can now start with those things because, like Aaron said, the demographic is a lot younger now. We don't have to start with the Temptations, My Girl, or we don't have to start with the Jackson 5 or App Dancing Queen. You can really start with those hard slaps and then work those things in later, and they're love it. You got them forever when you do it that way.
That's awesome advice. This was a blast. Thank you. Travis, will you join us again?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it.
Okay, cool. Radio, we know you got you got our back every Tuesday. Jim, you down?
Oh yeah. Always.
All right. One's in the chat on the way out the door. Thank you all for hacking with us tonight. For the great hackers across the world, happy hacking. Take care.
Happy hacking.